Today is a beautiful late March in Western New York. We don't often get days with temperatures like this, so unexpectedly I made a beeline out of the city to come down here and do some detecting. It's not a new permission. I got this over a year ago, but it's the first time I've been here because I haven't had a chance to check this one out. So it'll be my first time. In the 1852 Atlas, there were two homes, at least one, let's say, at least one that I know of that's out here that is no longer there. The other one I'm questioning, so there's at least one, maybe two homes that were here in the 1852, 1858, and the 1872 Atlas. Each time the homeowner or tenant's name changed. So I'm hopeful that there's going to be a patch out here where the house used to be. Now, of course, as usual, it's always windy. It's very windy, and I don't have my wind-preventing microphone yet, but they did replace it, fortunately, so that's being shipped as I speak. And because this was unexpected for me to come out here today, I wasn't prepared with my maps to show the Atlas locations of the houses, so I'm going to cut away from this and then show you that, and then come back live here to the field. And next time I see you will be on the first diggable signal. I was able to determine that the spot I'm detecting is just the one house here owned by H. Bohr in 1852. The other house, owned by Fisher, still stands today. In 1858, the house was owned by W. Barber. By 1872, a J.W. Havens owned the house, and he was there in 1902, according to the Atlas. Now, as I'm detecting in this area and in future videos, you will see that I mentioned finding a lot of melted metal and burned things. I get the idea there was a fire there. The landowners confirmed that this house burned down in the 30s, and you can see that a barn was also built, and that burned down in the 1970s, and that explains the iron patch I'm getting it further back away from the house. Okay, here's the evidence I was looking for on the surface here. I got brick, all kinds of stone, like that foundation. So I would say that makes sense that this is the home site, and sorry for the wind, but let's move on and I'll start scanning around this area. Well, there's a lot of junk here, so I'm thinking this house probably survived into the 20th century, but that doesn't mean there aren't going to be relics here. This is the first relic I found. I'm not sure what the material is, but there's an image of a duck flying over a reed-filled pond of some sort. I don't know what it is. I'll clean it up and maybe do some research, but you can see the duck there. Now let me get out of the shadow. Yeah, see him? All right, moving on. All right, what I'm trying to do at this point is I've kind of gone back and forth and seen where limits of brick and stone are. There's a bit of a rise for my car up and over. I'm imagining them coming through the backyard area here. I'm way out back to get away from the iron signals. I'm working my way towards the road. And I got a very clean 82 to 85. I mean, the kind of clean sound I have had experience before with it being a coin. So I'm going to show that here. Incredibly clean both ways, which is indicative of it being round. So let's give this a shot and see. Big rock down there, I think. Or is it a big piece of iron that's giving me that fake signal? Or fake? Let's see. Well, it was in here. And look at this. Of course it's round, you see. That's why it's getting such a good signal, but it's just some little washer. Still in what I think is the backyard area. I don't know. My mind just fantasizes and sees things like that. I could be wrong, but I finally got my first okay relic. Live digs are going to be far and few between. There's just so much junk out here, but I got this silver-plated utensil handle, at least part of one. With decorative floral design, so I'll take it. I'll keep on swinging through the junk, and hopefully something interesting and beautiful will pop up through the aluminum and the pieces of sheet metal and other things that are making this a challenge. But that's what I love about it. All right, see you on the next one. Well, here's my first piece of china with some nice decorative floral pattern on it. So again, definitely a home site. Brick, china, not much glass, but it's hard to see through all this grass, you see. The field's not plowed, but it will be sometime, and I'll come back and get a better visual. But moving on. Well, on the surface I just found what I think is part of an old light bulb fixture that hangs down from the ceiling. You see 250 watts right there, and it's probably where the bulb went right there. So definitely a more modern home compared to other farm field homes I've done. I see evidence of concrete. You got electricity, so definitely into the 20th century, and that means many more years of metallic junk. So yeah, again, it'll be a challenge, but I'll get some stuff out of here. Well, I checked out the other house location in that field that I was in earlier, and I think it's that white one right there. The maps aren't always 100% accurate, so I think that's where that one is. So I think the one house I was detecting is the only one that's been knocked down as a farm field. But so I came over to the other field where I've been finding a field of buttons, I call it, and it's been here for about a half an hour. You know, signals are getting far and few between here because I've combed the area over pretty good, and I think I have a button signal here. So I'm going to give this a go, see what we got here. Okay, I'm gonna have to extract this with a shovel, so give me a second. Some days it just isn't happening. Remnants of a bottle cap. Okay, well, keep going.